All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakapadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing this word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And what I want to get into today, all right, is dealing with, pretty much we are in the phase of prophecy, where we can just watch and wait, you know. We're in the phase of prophecy where all we can do as believers, is watch and wait, okay? And there's something that we're commanded to do. And when you get into the book of Habakkuk, um, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1, I started off here, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he shall say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And see, we're watching, okay, on our tower because an ancient watchman, he will have a post on the tower, okay, and he was demanded, okay, to keep watch, okay, by the elders of the city, by the rulers, by the judges of the city. He would be commanded to keep a watch, okay, and that was his duty. And when you're on the tower, that means you have a further viewpoint, okay, than everyone else, the inhabitants of the city, okay. And prophecy is like our tower that we stand on, okay, and we look out with this viewpoint and we watch to see these things come to pass, okay. That's us standing on our watch. And it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Yeah, because our forefathers, they had the task of seeing these visions and writing it down and describing them to the best of their ability, man. Okay? They didn't have the terminologies that we had of this modern society. Okay? But they used, all right, the terms and the technology of their time to describe the visions they were seeing. Okay, so they describe the missiles, as arrows. Okay, flying swords. Okay, they describe the chariots as horses. You know, they describe, okay, the mushroom cloud as a scroll being rolled up. Okay, they was using the terminology of their time to describe, all right, modern visions. So now that we are in the times that the visions and all the technologies that they were speaking of, okay, has been invented, now we're able to fully understand exactly what they were saying. Okay, everything is happening in full time because when you read it, says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Yeah, so now we're running, okay, with these visions, man. That's why brothers are able to do videos on the fly based off something they're seeing because we fully understand, okay, what our forefathers was writing, the prophets of old, man. We fully understand what they was writing, okay? Matter of fact, let's get that. And it's through the spirit that we have these things, man. Okay? So you can find. I think it's in the book of John. The scripture say, well, we have an unction one from the Holy One. Okay? We have an unction and we know of all things. Okay? Because this was a time when things will be revealed so we can explain and run with it. Okay? And this is what we're seeing happening, man. I finished this in Habakkuk, though. It says that he may run that readeth it, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Okay, wait for it because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So we're commanded as we're on our watch, we have to wait for these things, man. Okay, the watchman can't make anything come to pass. Okay, the watchman has to wait until things unfold. Okay, and that's what we're doing as watchmen. We're waiting. and seeing these things unfold. And right now, Esau Edom has people all over the place with all these different, sicknesses that he's coming out with. Okay, all these different scare tactics. The wars and rumors of wars. There's so many things happening that's pulling people all over the place, man. Trump, rumors of Trump running for 2024, and rumors of Biden, being put out, and Kamala, being put in. There's so much going on. Okay, so many distractions, so many psyops that's going on, and the people are becoming tapped out. Okay, to the point where they're going to be begging for some type of normalcy and solution, man, to all these things that are going on. Okay, and everything that we see is being is something that's being coordinated. Okay, none of these things are happening random, you know, and all we can do is just wait and watch as this thing play out, man. As the scriptures say. Let me find that in this book of Psalms. Let's get that in Psalms. Okay. This book Psalms chapter 46 and 10 that says, "Be still and know that I am the Most High. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." So we're commanded to just wait. And while we're waiting, what are we doing? We're watching. Okay? But the scriptures say the Most High is going to be exalted among the heathen. He's going to be exalted in the earth. So it means everything that he said that would happen is going to come to pass. He's going to glorify his name and the name of his son in the earth. That's going to happen. Those names will be magnified. Okay? Though with Terry, we wait on it. You know? So we in the process of watching and waiting. Them the only things that we can do right now. And as we watch, what do? We report. Okay? Because we're not watchmen, just watching. Okay? And that's the end of it. No, we watch and we report. You know? Anything that we see pertaining to prophecy, okay, that the Spirit puts on us, all right, to go into, that's what we do. Because that's a commandment. This is Ezekiel 3 and 17 says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word in my mouth and give them warning from me." This is a commandment. We was commanded to be watchmen. So as we watch, we report. But the only way we can give a warning is if we're reporting what's happening. Okay? And we're commanded to do that. All right? And it's the Most High who put the Spirit on us to do that. That's why I say, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman." Okay? Because it's through his will that we're watchmen, man. Nothing of ourselves, man. That's why we have nothing to boast in. Okay? It's a like it's a little plant-based energy drink. It's not a it's not a truly. you know. Jake be reaching, you gotta put that out there. This is Psalm 60. No, this is Isaiah 62. Okay, and 6, it says, "I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem." Okay, so the Lord set up watchmen. Okay, watchmen on the walls of Jerusalem. And remember, this is the spiritual Jerusalem, the people. Okay, so the people of Jerusalem, all right, which is the elect of this time, the elect of Israel at this time, the Lord has surrounded the believers with watchmen. Okay, so our people are surrounded, the believers are surrounded with watchmen, man. They are constantly watching everything that's going on, because a watchman will have to be on this watch, and everyone else, can pretty much just go on about their day to day. They can be, the baker be baking, all right, the potter, be making vessels, but the watchman, okay, he had to dedicate his life to watching. You had shifts. Okay, you had the first watch, the second watch, the third watch. You see, you had different shifts. Okay, but that was their duty. All right, the most of their time was consumed in watching, man. You know, so everyone else would be aware of what's going on. And it's the same setup today. There's men, who the Lord put the spirit on to dedicate most of their time, all right, to being watchmen, man. Okay? And it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, all right, O Jerusalem. And this is Isaiah 62:6. Okay? As I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. Okay? Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So as we watch, we're commanded not to be silent. Okay? To keep not silent. We gotta report these things, man. And the main thing we're watching is the moves that Esau Edom is making in the earth, man. Okay? Because what he's doing is directly leading to the second coming of Yahushua. Okay? With the two major prophecies that are left to happen, and that's World War III, okay? And the ushering in, okay, of the Charagma, man. All right? Which we know their device, all right, to be the RFID, okay? Which everything is going digital, all right? And we see the transition. So we're just reporting these things as we see them, man. Okay? We see famine approaching because right now we're living off of last year's harvest, okay? And the farmers are telling the people that, look, we didn't plant a lot this year. Okay, a lot of farmers didn't plant anything. Okay, Ukraine, which is responsible for 30% of the world's, wheat. Okay, they wasn't able to plant anything this year because of the so-called invasion of Russia. Okay, so this time next year, all right, or even before, all right, you can plant. You can pretty much bet on it that we're finna see the effects of not having, all right, a full harvest, man. Okay, these are the things that's happening. And then, cause the food goes from what the farm, okay, to the processing plants to the grocery stores, man. Okay, that's their food supply chain. But what's being affected the most right now? Diesel prices. Okay, there's rumors that there's going to be an outage in diesel oil, where the diesels won't be able to do the oil change. Okay, that's out there. That's a circulating story that's out there. Then you have over 100 food processing plants that mysteriously, okay, caught on fire, which we know what the play is. We know those things. All those things are done intentionally. So not only is the food being harvested, which that's the source of the food supply chain, is the farmers. Okay, that's under major attack. Then the next phase, which is the trucking, the transportation of those crops to processing plants, that's being, okay, that's under attack. And then you have the processing plants where they're being transported to, they're being under attack, man. Okay, then you have the droughts, pretty much the southwest of America, in that region of, you know, Arizona and all these different places over there in the southwest of America, mainly on the west coast, going to, the Midwest, you have the worst drought season pretty much ever, man. Okay, and whether the Most High directly did that or he utilized Esau to tamper with, weather patterns, either way it's happening. Okay, and that's the point. Either way it's happening, and people really gonna starve because of these things, man. Okay, which all this part of the prophecy, man. Let's get that. All these things are a part of prophecy, man. And all we can do is watch, report, and wait on it. Okay. So that's main one. That's one of the things of endurance is patience, just waiting on it, man. Okay. That's one of the definitions of suffering. I mean, the patience is the ability to suffer. Okay. The ability to suffer to wait for a desired outcome. All right. So when you go to get this in Second Esdras. And then when you read like the teachings of Yahweh Shai, when he would go into um, prophecy, a lot of it came from Esdras, man. Like when you really read into the teachings of Yahweh Shai, he was heavy in the book of Esdras. You know, and certain things that he would quote. You know, he will be in the book of Esdras, man. You know, even when you go here, all right, Second Esdras 15. And I'll read this. Second Esdras 15:1 says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord." So we're commanded to speak prophecy, and how do we keep up with prophecy? By watching. Okay, by watching these things, man. And we, as we reported, we're speaking prophecy into the ears of our people. Okay, you tribes, and cause them to be written in paper, which our forefathers did, for they are faithful and true. And we see now that these things are faithful and true. Us waking up is prophecy being faithful and true. Okay, World War III being prepped is a token of prophecy being faithful and true. These words being faithful and true. Okay, Esau Edom, even him being in power right now, is a sign that the Lord's words are faithful and true. Okay, and it says, "Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." Yeah, so our people that don't believe, it is what it is, because it's going to happen anyway. See, everything that's outside of prophecy, all right, don't matter. Okay, it has nothing to do with anything, man. Okay, a nigga breaking the 200-meter record and you know, and running, you know, the women's US 4x4 team winning the gold, and you know that don't matter. Okay, Lil Durk beefing with, you know, such and such, that don't matter. Okay, it's the things that's within prophecy. These are things that are that matters, man. Okay, anything outside this is vanity, man. Okay, and there are things that are going to soon to cease. It said, "For all the unfaithfulness shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." So we're watching these things build up, man. We're watching famine build up. And what's going to happen when people are starving? Especially in America that has more guns than citizens, man. The sword coming out. So all these prophecies are linked together, and they're going to happen. It's going to be a great domino effect, man. And it's going, and that last domino to fall is going to be Yahweh Shai, all right, coming to this realm, man, and conquering the earth in righteousness. So it's going to begin with food riots, okay? It's going to begin with food shortages. It's going to begin with blackouts. It's going to begin with, you know, a lot of gun violence, okay? Different skirmishes breaking out, you know, eventually World War III. But before then, the Quran being made mandatory before the war, okay? And then Yahweh Shai gonna return, man. So we're just waiting and watching for all these things to continue, all right, to be forwarded in the earth to the coming of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And that was the point. You know, I didn't want to make this a long, just want to go into it real quick this morning, man. Just put it on wax, you know, since it was on my spirit. Okay? But yeah, we right now we're in the time of watching and waiting, you know, as we're watching, we're reporting, you know, and continue to build on ourselves as we watch, man. You know, build ourselves up in the spirit to endure what's to come. So, Lord will you, brothers and you sisters, edify till next time I say shalom.